even though I've never been asked again, which I'm not mad at, no, I really am, I'm happy that forever it will be associated with that franchise.
Absolutely.
Because I'm really proud of it and I love the response.
Gabrielle, how are you?
I am good, my darling. All the better for seeing you.
Listen, you know when it comes to you, we just get straight down to
We
business.
sure do.
You're looking good. I'm liking the hair.
Likewise, my love.
Hello. I see Marvin's got the hair looking good.
On fleek, honey.
Oh, my... Gabrielle, back out on tour.
That's right.
And it starts on the 29th of March.
That's correct.
You are doing quite a few dates.
Yes.
And this is on the back of the Dreams tour.
Yeah.
From, was it last year before?
2023, I went
Okay.
on tour. I did 32 dates. Well, 31 because one of the building was condemned, so we only ended up doing 31 dates, but that was a heck of a lot of dates.
Only 31
Only
days. Do you know
31
how many
dates.
artists can just not say that?
Around the UK.
But on the back of
Ireland.
Dreams being
Yeah.
30 years old,
Yeah.
which I still couldn't get into my mind because it's now, what, 32, 33?
It's going to be 33 years old this year. Yeah.
And you're still doing it.
Still doing it, still loving it. And I'm giving my audience what they love and what they want. The idea of not adding Dreams to my repertoire songs
come on now.
would just be like, I might as well just give up. I wouldn't
If
dare.
you were to ever do a concert and not sing Dreams, I think they'd be standing there more, because that is your anthem. There've been many songs, but that is your anthem, isn't it?
That one, and exactly. And I think that if you ever heard of that happening, then I think you would have to question whether it really was me. I think it would be like a tribute act. Let me tell you, that's it. It wouldn't be me.
There have been some really great career points in your life, and I'm only going to go by the ones that that have really taken my attention. Bridget Jones, being on that Bridget Jones soundtrack. Now, come on. A British film, and even though people say, well, hang on a minute, Renee Zellweger's American, it didn't matter. The soundtrack. And for Out of Reach to be on that soundtrack. Now, when that news came to you that was going to happen, I'm seeing your face. Talk to me about that feeling.
I tell this story all the time. First time I heard about the Bridget Jones's Diary was in the form of a book. I was given the book by the head of my label at the time, Ferdy Younger Hamilton, and he was like, oh, you're going on holiday, which I was due to go on holiday. So, oh, tell me what you think of this book. So he didn't say anything other than that.
Okay.
Went away, was on the beach, read that book, fell in love with the characters. Yeah. Came back, was questioned like, so what do you think of the book? I was like, I loved it. How do you think about writing for the movie? Because they're turning the book into a movie. Literally bit his hand off in my reply. Like, yeah, I'll do it. And the producer, Jonathan Shorten at the time, he already knew the kind of music he was going to compose, create for it. And once I heard it, instantly I knew what I was going to write about. Because the memory, the characters were so fresh in my mind. It was a book that I really enjoyed reading. So to write the song and then know that was a song that they loved. Because you could write a song and they'd be like, no, it's crap. Yeah. But they were like, no. And even though I've never been asked again, which I'm not mad at, no, I really am, I'm happy that forever it will be associated with that franchise.
Absolutely.
Because I'm really proud of it. And I love the response. So you got Dreams, that was a huge song. But Out of Reach Now is a song that even more so than Dreams people love because of the fact of the movie. And like I always tell people, when I'm in the audience and you've got that vast array of an audience, which I have, and then you've got these, I call them the bearded fellas. They're gorgeous, but you would not expect them to be at a Gabrielle gig singing Out of Reach. But it works and I love them. So
Beautiful.
Forever happy about that.
Beautiful. The other thing that I want to personally have a chat with you about was the Cambridge Club Festival. Now, this would have been 3 years ago.
Wow. Time's gone quickly.
And I was doing my interview with you, as I did, doing my little backstage bits. And you were saying, there's just something I've got to tell you. I've just got to... And I said, well, talk. I can't. It's embargoed. I can't. All right, well, then don't do it. Carried on interviewing you. Cut. Cameras go off. Mics go off. And I said, Gabrielle, I need to know what is this that you can't talk about? And you had been specially selected to support Adele at British Summertime.
That's right.
That must have been a moment and a half.
A moment I'll never forget. A moment that, until the time I actually went on the stage, I was like, are we sure?
Is this going to happen?
Exactly. I was thinking, God, sometimes I can have a run about, like, what if something happens and I can't do it? Or what if she changes her mind at the last minute? It's Adele, she's like the queen. But you know what? For those 2 dates that I supported her, she had the most phenomenal support, myself included. You know, there were so many, Tiana Maiden-Nye, Mahalia, Casey Musgrave, you name it. She had like the best females supporting her. She was incredible. And I just had a phenomenal time. And it's something that I'll never forget and I'll forever love her, Yeah.
But Adele also said, I can't believe Gabrielle is on the stage with me. Come on now, when someone of that magnitude, and let's not beat around the bush, from where she came from, Brit School, a very, very good singer, to her rise now, for Adele to say, I can't believe Gabrielle's on this.
You sound like her as well.
But it was such a moment.
It was incredible. And like I said, to this day, there's many moments I pinch myself for, but that's specifically one because I'm like, wow, I can't believe that happened. So many great things happened that year. But to be on that stage, to actually have her, she was on my stage in rollers with my sound guys. And I thought, this woman is amazing. Yeah. And she's just doing her thing, rocking out and just chilling and just singing along. I'm like, I've got Adele watching me. Yeah. And even though now, when people say, what about now? I'm like, I'd still be too scared if I ever had to support her again. I'm like, no, I can't because I'm too scared. She was incredible, but I don't think I could do it twice because she's amazing. The fact that she was there and the fact that even when she went on stage, she was talking about me, I was like, wow, this, again, you can't ever take this away from me. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
She seems very real.
She's very real.
I love the fact that, she sings so beautifully.
Yes.
And then she gets that mic and she goes, oh, my God, I tell you what, my spank.
Love it.
Just so real.
Just love it. She's flawless, but she's down to earth and... Yeah, she's just a phenomenon, but she's incredible. And like I said, hail Adele.
Yeah.
That's it. She's
all right.
incredible.
The other, actually, this was very, very public. So, Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Now, I've got to say...
Yeah.
Now I'm going to... Right, it was an American artist, but in the UK, Dionne Warwick. I knew. In America, Patti LaBelle, no matter how much she tried to change her voice, I knew. I couldn't work out who Harley Quinn was.
How? Everyone else kept saying they knew. I'm like, I was trying.
I didn't know.
That's amazing. I love that.
Maybe something's wrong with my ears. Maybe I need to get... I didn't know. Normally, one of the Masked Singers starts singing and you think, that could be. That could be. And I'm thinking, I know the voice. I didn't know.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm really happy then.
Did you try it? You must
I
have.
was trying.
You did.
I remember I was trying. I remember when I had to sing Diamonds, Rihanna. And I was like, I was trying. But apparently from the get-go, someone's like, I know that voice. I'm like, how? I don't normally sing like that. So, I try. And I think, I'm like, eventually, did I probably just give up? Because I'm like, everyone was like, I think you're trying. And then you'll hear people like, oh. Is it her? And I'm like, but how? I was trying to change my voice. That's the whole aim of it.
I didn't know.
But I still enjoyed it thoroughly. And I love the fact that people enjoyed the fact they were like, oh, forget it, it's her. They know it's her, But I'd hear that later. I'm like, I clearly didn't do a great job.
Well, maybe something's wrong with me because I'm telling you, you got me. You got me. And the year that Donuts was on it, who was the footballer, Michael Owen, didn't have a clue. I actually thought it was Johnny Vaughan.
Oh, you know something.
From X.
Wow.
And I can remember coming off of Smooth.
Yeah.
And I went down to X. It was about 5 to 7. I said, I need a word with you. He went, what? I said, are you Donuts on the Masked Singer? He said, me, because I'm too lazy to do anything once. But honestly, I didn't know. Oh,
well, I'm chuffed about that.
Good on you. And Gab, there was one year I went to see you at the Jazz Cafe.
Yeah.
And you'd lost your voice.
Yes.
And I can remember sitting upstairs thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to go down now. People go and say, listen, tickets, I bought my...
Yeah.
But the audience sang with you and for you.
I actually was going on that stage to announce that I couldn't sing, that it was best that I would have done it and said, look, sorry, everyone, who purchased your tickets. But by the time I got out there, and I explained, and I did say, I could do a little something. I can't remember how it went down. It was all a haze, but I don't. Yeah. But what wasn't a haze was the audience response.
Yeah.
Like you said, it could have gone left. So I remember being...
I was scared.
No, I was scared. I was aware of the fact that I've got backing singers, but people, as much as I've got the best fabulous singers, backing singers in the world, but they go and watch their shows. They wanted to come and watch Gabrielle sing with her songs. And the idea that the girls were doing that singing, and it was a case of, I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. Oh. However it sounded, whatever they got, but the audience kind of by the time they started singing, the love that has been a phenomenal amount of love from my audience over the years, and the things that, like I would say endure. I shouldn't say endure, because when I'm on fire and my voice is there, we have a party. But
they connect with you.
Yeah, and then the fact that they would sit there, they didn't go home, and they just started singing along with me. I'm like, I think that's why I still do what I do, because, I owe it to myself because of the love of what I do. But the audience, the love from the audience, that, like I said, as a menopausal middle-aged woman, that when there are times I'm looking at what is happening, and then you're like, you just want to walk away from everything because I feel like irrational. Yeah, because that's what happens being a woman and having these hormones. You know what I mean? It's a case of, and then you're brought down to earth when you start connecting with your audience, when they're speaking to you, when they're telling you about what your music has meant to them in their lives. And so when you're feeling down in the dumps and you have that conversation, or you go onto stage and you see, sometimes I see people crying to certain songs of mine, and I find out later they've come to my show without a loved one who would normally have been with them.
And you've sung something that's
and
just
they've
touched
cried.
them. Yeah.
And it's a memory that the partner that they are no longer with, the person they've loved, they're at my concert without them and they're crying. I'm like, why are you crying? And I'm like, oh no. So all of these things keep me grounded, make me emotional, but realise I'm doing the best thing that I love doing, and I have the best response and the most amazing, fabulous audience, and that's why I'm doing this all again.
And this audience is going to be with you on tour from the 29th of March,
That's
where you
right.
start in Dublin.
Yeah.
And then you end on the 18th of April at the O2 in London. Gabrielle, there's a lot of dates here.
Yes.
Girlfriend, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Because you know the audience want you, so you've got to...
And I want them too. So
you have no choice.
Really excited by it all, though.
Yeah. Still touring, still doing
That's
it.
right.
There are certain songs that I'm going to assume you cannot not sing. We know that Dreams and Out of Reach are two of those
100%,
songs.
100%.
Other songs that you know the audience are waiting for. Give me one other.
Give me a lot more time.
Yeah.
Sunshine, of course. There's so, When a Woman, all those songs, like the songs that you got, the songs that are thought for when people just having their quiet moments, and you get what I call the booty shakers. Then you've got songs from the new album, A Place in Your Heart. That song alone is, got people kind of stomping, kind of thing. That's what it's about. I'm taking you through a range of your emotions, and I'm taking you through like the decades that has been my career. So just having a lot of fun.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I will be at London, so
definitely
look
you
out
better
for me
be,
there
honey.
with my fan. Look out for me there. There you go. Gabrielle, always a pleasure. And
Likewise,
I really
my
wish you all
darling.
the best. And
thank you, my darling.
May this tour springboard another. Because I don't know why, in my mind, I thought maybe with Dream she's going to go, oh, okay, it's 30 years. Girlfriend, keep going and keep going.
I'm here for as long as people want me.
Wonderful. Always a pleasure, Gabrielle.
Thank you, my darling.
Thank you.
Thank you.